Alright, so a couple years ago I did a video on how to accurately test your garden soil. Now in that video I told you to go through International AG Labs, where John Frank was the one that did all the soil recommendations. For circumstances beyond his control, John Frank is no longer associated with International AG Labs, and if you want him to do your soil analysis, which I would highly recommend because it worked excellent for me, go through fixmysoil.com. Alright, so what I'm going to show you in this video is I'm going to show you how to take your soil sample, how to fill out the form. You just go to fixmysoil.com. I'm going to show you how to do that, and I'm going to put a link in the description exactly where to go. You're going to download the form, fill it out, and send it along with your soil sample in a flat rate box to fixmysoil.com. John Frank will analyze, will give you recommendations for the soil sample that they take, and fixmysoil.com will be able to send you all the minerals you need, depending on what size garden area you have. We'll send you all the minerals you need for your garden, along with other nutrients that they might recommend. Very convenient, very easy to do. So let me show you how to do that next. Alright, you want to take a nice section of soil, okay, what they want you to take is a section right out of the middle here. Not the part that's touching the shovel, because that could be contaminated, especially if the shovel's rusty. So what we're going to do is just take, let's see here, let's take some of this off. Take the very top part off. And we just want this section down here, section here in the middle, and that's pretty good right there. Okay, we're going to do that 3 times. And we'll take another section here. This ground is a little harder. Alright, you want to take the very top off. The reason for that is we don't want a bunch of sticks and twigs, grass, whatever in there, okay? We want to get that middle section. And that should be more than enough. Put that back in there. And we'll go to another section. What we're trying to do by taking 3 different samples is get a good average. Okay, we got more than enough. Alright guys, next thing we need to do once you get your bucket full of dirt here, dirt samples, take out any grass, sticks, roots, whatever's in there. Try and get those out of there. Any organic matter like that, any obvious stuff anyways. And just mix it up real good, because you want a good average soil sample. So again, I took it from 3 different areas, and now I'm just going to mix them up real good so we get a good average. Again, if you see little roots, sticks, grass, you know, take all that out of there. All right. You could also, I don't know if I'm going to, oh, stones too. If you got stones in there, take all the stones that you see out of there. You could also, instead of mixing in a bucket, I was going to get a plastic bag, lay a plastic bag down, and dump this all on there, and you spread it out. You can see better, you know, what's in there. So that's an option you can do also. I guess I can't send him. Little beetle. So once you're pretty sure that all the organic matter, grass, twigs, sticks and all that stuff, and rocks out of there, best you can anyways, then we're going to put it in a little baggie. Alright, now that you have it all mixed up well and all the junk out of there, I almost do, now we want to put the soil into the Ziploc baggie. So let's do that. A little more. Yeah. That should do it about right there. All right. Well, we'll give them a little extra. There. You don't want any dirt inside that locking there, the Ziploc part. Make sure it's all clear. And then you want to get the air out of it. And seal it up. Now, yeah, that should work. So when you go to fixmysoil.com, this is their homepage here, and you can read about their mission, the soil services they offer, and other things that they carry at their store here. You can go to the soil test page up here, or if you click the link in the description under the video, it'll bring you right to the soil test page. We're going to click on that right now. Here, it'll tell you more about the benefits of getting your soil tested. You can read up on that here. This is where you download the order form. So you click on that. You got your options to open it up with your browser and fill it out that way, and print it out, or you can save it as a file and then fill it out by hand later. So we're going to open it up here with my browser. So here it'll explain how to take your soil sample here. Here you fill out your name and your address, and your cell phone number and email address. Here you want to put the length and width to get an area of your garden. Now if you have multiple raised beds like I have, just measure each bed and then figure out a total area, and you can put that right here also. Unless you have large acreage and you have a big farm, and then you can put the acreage here, how many acres you have of garden space. Growing area here, whether you have a orchard, a market garden, farm, greenhouse, or garden. Mine would be well, for this instance it would be garden. I do also have a greenhouse. Type of recommendations. Here I would put nutrient dense where it says recommended. Unless you're a USDA certified organic, I would stick with the nutrient dense recommended. The test with recommendations is $75. You could put your credit card information here, or you can send your check payment to them with this form along with your soil sample. And they will send you, after they test your soil, they'll send you an analysis report with the recommendations. They will also, when you contact them, let you know how they can ship you all the minerals for your garden area. And then just below the form here, this gives you an example of what the soil analysis report looks like. And this is what you should receive, something like this, but with what your soil looks like. All right, guys, so what you want to do next is get your sample, kind of flatten it out a little bit like that. That's just me, you can do whatever you want, but I put the form, the test form, and I put a check in here, folded it, and put it in a Ziploc bag. In the event this were to bust apart in the box, and things wouldn't get dirty, that way it'll stay clean. So get yourself a flat rate box, a small box. I think this is the smallest flat rate they have. You want to set this box up. Alright, so just use a little tape to make yourself a nice little box. Put it in there. Alright, like that. You want to make sure it fits. Yeah, it'll close up nicely. Okay, the next thing you want to do is put your the form that you filled out and your check or the credit card information, whatever you put in there. You can put it right on top. Sometimes the sticky stuff here, it might stick on the bag, so you might want to tuck this underneath like that. Just if it does stick, it'll stick to this bag and not this, and tear it up on the way to the lab. All right. So anyways, we're going to close this up. Okay, don't forget, put your form in there and your way of payment, okay? And make sure that's all tucked in there real good, the bag's not all sticking out. and seal it up real good. And for extra assurance, go one across there. And one across there. Now, what I did is I just went to USPS.com website, clicked on click and ship, and filled out my own label, printed it out, and I'm going to stick it on here. You can go straight to the post office now and fill out one by hand, put it on there, they'll weigh it, or actually it's a flat rate, they're not going to weigh anything, and just pay the post office right there. Alright guys, so I appreciate you watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.